Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. We are here again for another weekly installment of the Star Cup. This is Greg Jennings and Chenzo joining you again, as always, covering the action track side. This week we have another amazing track, and I gotta say again, the calendar thus far has been absolutely incredible. But another amazing track for racing, that is Australia, the Albert Park Circuit, excuse me. Very fast and high stakes racing happens here, and I do have to say, the track changes made recently have really made it a very impressive track for racing. Chenzo, what do you see in store for us? Welcome again, as always, to the booth. But what do you see in store for us tonight here around the land down under?
Hello, hello. Yeah, no, I'm excited for this race because it's one of those hybrid like street race, but it's still kind of like a park racetrack. So as you said, it's been remodeled in recent years, and it made it quicker. It gave us a longer straight down the back, which had a chicane instead. But now that kind of changes the strategy with the setups. You can take, I guess, a setup with less drag, and that will actually be quicker for you around here. Right now, as people start to go on their outlap, I think for them the important thing to keep in mind here is to just get one lap on the board, stay within the lines, don't risk too much. You know, one little off, you'll get on the grass, you're in the gravel, or worse, you'll be in the wall. So yeah, it's gonna be quite an interesting session. Um, but I think the race is gonna be even better.
Yes, absolutely. Star Cup brings the action as we saw last week in Canada. So let's just quickly recap that and say hello to everyone in the chat as well. Thank you for joining us. But let's just quickly recap that one. We had a penalty-filled race, which ultimately was very close in the end, with DRS Maestro picking up his first Star Cup victory and doing so by primarily avoiding getting those penalties other drivers were getting. And I think that's going to be a similar
Right.
theme for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we had another one miss that race as well as this one tonight, which really
Big.
does change things for the standings. Right now, we have another one still in the lead with 127 points, but he's only 26 points above our challenger, who is H&P Hooligans with 101, and he is here tonight. He told me earlier he's looking to make a statement, so we're gonna keep an eye on him and see if he can take advantage of another one's absence again and look to close things up. But right now, the hot laps are beginning here around Australia.
Sid's not is JJ, correct?
Yes, the old JJ Knots.
Shout out to JJ. Yeah, it looks like he's on a heater, going through the S's. And who else do we have out?
I think it's Mr.
Mr.
Tim as
Tim.
well,
Yeah, Mr. Tim.
Jordan, and Dookie as well. Let's see if he can last a little bit longer tonight than we saw in Canada. I believe he was out relatively early. But anyone else that is unique or otherwise not here normally, let's just take a look. We have Kev Wood again returning in the McLaren, doing an excellent job last week in the Canadian race we had. He
Yeah,
did
he
have
has
a
pace.
an outside chance of a win there, but he did do very well in the end. And then also Zudi is returning. He mentioned he's looking for a big performance tonight as well. He's getting much better with that new wheel of his. Anyone else? Tookie Dogs is here, of course. He did very well in Imola, I remember, but I don't remember if he was here the last race. I think, yeah, he was. He was with
He might have, yeah.
James. I remember that now with the Williams. And then Adrian is here
Mr.
from the Mushroom
Tim.
Cup, and T-Bone, of course, and Dastardly. But right now, Mr. Tim is the fastest driver currently, very close between him and Jordan with a 118.16 to a 118.17 for Jordan. Oh, and Ali Mo's here as well, of course.
Dookie Monker puts himself up to P3. Hopefully the Ferraris will have a better race today. I believe they both DNF'd. Um, by lap 10 in Canada.
Yes, that is correct. They had a rough one around Canada. It was Dookie going out early. And then another driver we missed, Bompton. I'm not quite sure how to say it, but I'm going to think that's it. Bompton is now on pole by a very large margin. My goodness.
Alamo closing up his lap, P5.
That could be a telltale sign of things to come if that's how big the gap is. Bella does close that to a 1:17.9, but still over a second behind the Alpine.
That's a lot. Well,
DRS
I mean,
Maestro.
We still have, we have DRS.
Yeah.
Hooligans.
Nimble as well.
Adrian.
Yeah, we got some talent here. We'll see if Bompton's lap time can stick, but right now it's looking very, very good. DRS Maestro is in the Haas, like we mentioned, last race's winner. Now looking to do the same tonight around a relatively similar track, Canada compared to Australia here. He's got some cars in front of him, might be picking up a little bit of a slipstream. They both move out of the way. Low on battery, it's going to lose him a little bit of time throughout the rest of his lap here.
Yeah, he's just got to manage it to the end.
So we'll see what kind of lap time this is for DRS Maestro. Right now he's entering the second to last corner here. And then this final turn is really one of the toughest turns around here. It seems to go on forever, and the car does not want to always stay glued to the ground. But you do build the speed, and if you hit it right, you can make up a lot of time. DRS Maestro, unfortunately, though, only with an 18.2, which is P8 for now. So several seconds off, or I guess 1 and a bit seconds off Bompton, who is still looking very strong. HMP now is on a lap.
Hot lap. Yeah, he's on a hot lap.
In the V-carb.
Let's see where Sector 1 is.
Purple, according to the display.
Okay.
We'll see if that rings true as he completes more of the lap. Good start so far, though. I'm noticing a lot of the drivers are struggling with the battery. They're getting to this chicane here with only like 10%. So my tip to them would be save a little bit more because you're going to need it for right now and the final straight as well. But HMP...
I wonder if they're using too much overtake on the straight when they're starting the lap, and
I think so.
Them without any battery.
Exactly, right? They might be trying to blast it before they hit the line to get that speed, but then they're starting the lap with a disadvantage. So we'll see if the drivers can adjust. HMP right now is through the final corner. Let's see what lap time he can get.
I think it's not, yep.
17.6. So again, off the mark, but we had Nimble Pattern get very close there. So that's looking a little bit more promising. Nimble with a 17.0. Just about 0.2 off of Bompton, who is going out again for another lap. But we'll see what happens. Anyone else on a hot lap for now?
Zudi's on a hot lap.
Ooh, let's go check Zudi out. In the Sauber, teammates with Ali Mo. Those two have raced a lot together.
Yeah. Going down the back straight. Some people getting out of his way.
So look at Zudi. He's kind of doing the opposite. He's got a lot of battery here at 86, but I don't think he's really pushing it to the limit to get... Oh, and there's a disqualification there. But I don't think he's really pushing his limits. He likes to kind of see things out and do some testing and qualifying sometimes.
Yeah, it might be a warm-up lap.
Yeah, because he's got a lot of battery here. It definitely could go a lot faster than that. And Zaccario's on a lap in the Williams as well. He has not set a time yet, so let's see how he fits in with the rest of the grid. Adriami, I believe, moves up to P3 there recently with a 17.1. And then we have T-Bone down in P10 with an 18.4 so far, going out for another shot. Zaccario, though, finishing the lap now. Going through the second to last and final turns here. And heading down the start-finish line now. And he is into P8, just ahead of his teammate. Those two are very close. Hello, Nicholas. How's it going? And what's up to the rest of the chat and the viewers? Thank you for coming in. As always, feel free to share this with whoever you feel might want to see it. How about them
How about
Dodgers
them
is right.
Dodgers? They might do it tonight.
We're not watching that. We're here for the Star Cup. Anyway, Zicario.
That's what it's all about. Star Cup, baby.
Just heading into the pit lane. I'm watching XM now in the Red Bull. Let's see what kind of lap he can. Oh, that's another one I didn't even know. What's up, DJ? We're missing you tonight. I notice your lead is fluctuating now as we speak. HMP is talking a big game, so we'll see if he can get in there and make things a bit interesting. Hopefully you can return soon. We'd love to see some more of that magic from the first half of the season. But enjoy the race for now. We're watching XM set a purple second sector, I believe, but who knows with this game? It's not always the truth.
Oh, he's kind of slow through that second to last corner. Or third to last corner, I should say.
Now he's finishing the lap, heading down the straight, looking across the line. I think they moved the line a little bit further up than where it used to be. And now he's at an 18.3 in P10. The drivers are starting to respond, though. Let's see what Bompton is doing. He's clearly the driver to beat so far. He's on his hot lap now, heading down the straight towards the very, very mighty fast chicane here.
He has a very similar lap time. First lap.
He's looking to be consistent and perhaps improve from there. Right now heading towards turn 11. Another updated turn. Was that off the track? Almost, but I think he's okay.
I think he made it. Yeah, he's okay. But he definitely lost some time there.
So now he heads through turn 14, the final turn of the lap. As mentioned, very difficult, and let's see what kind of lap time this is. He does improve. It's not by much, but it's a little bit further away from the field. And let's see if another driver can respond. Looks like Jordan might be doing another lap here because he did disqualify the lap he's currently on. Let's see what he can do in the McLaren. Oh, he's got to be careful on the grass, though. That's not going to be good for the tires. And he is going to the pit lane. Never mind.
In the pits.
Let's keep an eye on T-Bone. I think he's on a lap here in the Mercedes through the fast chicane now of turns 9 and 10. Heading down towards turn 11 here, which has been updated recently. It kind of has a tighter overall angle, and also it has that little curb sticking out on the inside, which is a little bit problematic sometimes, but you do want to really maximize the track there. T-Bone's doing very well through the final couple turns. Careful on the throttle here. Heading to the line. And he does 18.1.
So I think he will have enough time to do a third or another lap. The quick lap around here, he can make it to the pits.
I Took You Dogs is setting his first lap of the day in the Mercedes, T-Bone's teammate tonight. Again, setting a purple sector 2, which we're not sure about 100%. I've seen that a few times, but we'll see what happens. Heading towards turn 11. Hits that inside, as we mentioned earlier, which is what you want to do. And a little bit of loss in grip there over the curb on turn 13. Or 12, rather. Now through 13 and 14. That's going to eat away some of the time I think he was gaining. But let's see what time it is. 18.7 into P14.
Surely he lost a second there, yeah.
Yeah, that was a big moment. Almost a crash. He's just behind Alimo for now. And looks like the drivers are just waiting now for the final laps of the session. Time has already flown by. We're already at only 4 minutes left. So obviously they're going to be waiting until that last possible moment to go. Right now, Adrian is heading out on his out lap. T-Bone, I believe, might be heading into the pits. Yeah, there he is. And Snake and Beans is heading out as well, I believe. Dastardly, you haven't mentioned him much yet. He's in the Ferrari. Looks like he had some difficulty there, though, on the straight, I believe. He's getting turned around. He's got to be careful not to impact the other drivers. We see the Sauber heading through on the left, but Dastardly is clear. He did have some moment there. You can see his car is damaged, so I think it's going to be hard for him to get back and set a lap, but he's going to be trying to do that. But we just missed that moment there. And now Adrian is starting his lap in the Aston Martin. Let's keep an eye on what he does with just under 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, it's probably going to be his final lap. Oh, look at his battery, already at 55% before that corner.
Right. And if you look at the track map in the bottom right, and you look at the distance of where that start-finish line is and where he was, that's only like, you know, a quarter of the distance around the track almost. So he's got the whole straight here to do. But he is doing good. He set a good first sector there, and let's see what kind of lap time he can get together. He's on a very good lap so far. But as Chenzo mentioned, he might have been a little bit too greedy with that overtake button. We will see. He heads through the fast chicane. Car in front gets out of the way.
Oh.
That was close. And now he's into the final sector, looking to finish off the lap strong here to improve on his current time, which is a 1:17.1. What's up, dogs? How you doing, buddy? And he's now crossing the line. Yeah, he's out there, right? So he's just going to lose time to someone. But he does improve.
He still does it. Wow, okay. What a lap by Adrian.
Yeah, what a lap by him. Now, the other drivers are going to get to respond. He is a 10th up right now.
He may have gotten all of that in the first sector because he was 3/10 up in the first sector.
Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah, he had a very strong first sector, but he did use a lot of the battery there, so maybe he could have balanced it out a little bit more. Either way, very good lap time. I think he's set for a good result. It's just a matter of how far up he'll be, as now Nimble Pattern and Bompton are now starting their laps. Thank you, dogs. Love the support. Make sure to chat, you listen to dogs. He's got some good advice for you all. But now Bompton is into turn 3. Was Nimble Pattern had a moment there? Who are you watching?
Nimble Pattern took too much curb. Almost lost it. I almost loses it again. He's pushing hard, man.
He is going for it, and so is Bompton. He had a moment there coming out of the fast right-hander. I think overall he's still improving on his time, but it doesn't look as smooth as the other lap did. So Adrian has a shot here.
Yeah, and I'm looking, their batteries they have less than Adrian had at this point.
Oh yeah, you're right. Bompton down to 11% there. He's going to regain a little bit in the corners, but not much. Not much. He is on the full hot lap deployment mode, going for the maximum pace.
Nimble.
And Nimble does abort from the lap. Yeah, he had some scruffiness, I imagine.
Bompton, though. Let's see
what does he do? Crossing the line. This will be the moment, I think. And he does not improve. Adrian, well done, my friend. Well done. Anyone else?
Jordan.
Look at Zudi. Into P5.
Zudi. Oh.
Wow. Let's go, Zudi.
Man. Yeah.
That's what I like to see. Hooligans as well is finishing his lap in the V-Carb. Can he improve further from P7 right now? I'm sure he wants higher than that. What is his time going to be?
P19 for Kev Wood.
Yeah, so Kev Wood just put a lot of pressure on that final lap, and HMP does improve to P3 for now with a 17.0. So that's looking great for him. And Jordan I believe, is the final car to cross the line here. And what will it be?
Battery.
Wow. Nice. P3, I believe it is. If I'm looking at his little wheel there. Yeah, P3.
Nice. I don't know what Jordan did with his battery, but clearly that he had enough juice at the end to give him that extra advantage.
Absolutely, because everyone else was probably low at that point. But
Hmm.
again, we have Adrian in the Aston Martin doing very well with a 16.6 for pole position, followed by Bompton, who looked very dominant at one point there. Let's see how his race pace looks. Looks like he's at his home track as well. Interesting. Jordan is in the McLaren, 3 tenths behind them, followed by HMP, who is just behind Jordan. Then it's Nimble Pattern, Zudi, DRS Maestro, Mr. Tim, T-Bone, Bella, Zakario, XM, Snake and Beans, Ali Mo, Dookie Monker, Tookie Dogs, JJ, Dastardly, Kevwood, and Golar is in the very back. And yeah, I was going to say this earlier. Kevwood put a lot of pressure on himself there, only setting that one lap, but he likes to do that for
Yeah.
some reason. So it bit him in the butt there. He's going to have some work to do, but I don't put it past him. We are dry for now, but we'll see what the future brings us. You never know around here in Melbourne. It's typically dry, but there can be a
Can always
few.
rain.
Yeah, there can be a few storm cells coming in quickly. Right now, it's suggesting the medium tire to the drivers. Let's see what they choose. I imagine the medium hard is going to be the way to go. I don't think the softs do the best around here, but we'll see what they choose. And again, thank you to everyone for joining this amazing race I'm sure we're about to have. This is round 8, so 3 races left from here. We got Hooligans looking to close up to another one who is absent tonight, and we have some good reserve drivers in here as well. Truly unpredictable. Looking forward to this one. And Australia, again, is just an awesome track that promotes great racing with some high stakes maneuvers for sure.
Yeah, that top five, it's gonna be an interesting battle. Jordan, Hooligans, and Nimble had less than a tenth between them. If they can just stick around with Adrian and Bompton, we can have a five-way fight for the lead.
Yeah, that is correct, DJ. 26 points is the difference, so he could close that. But we will see. He's got some competition tonight for sure, and it's not going to be easy. We're starting the formation lap now. Let's see what those tires are. Mediums for almost everyone besides Dogs and JJ in the back in 16th and 17th on the hard tire. But no real differentiating factors for most of the grid, so we're just going to see how this plays out. Safety cars, I imagine, will be coming, and you never know what that weather radar will say. But for now, every driver is on a very similar strategy. Let's keep an eye on Kevwood here. Formation laps are usually a little
What's he
bit
doing?
dull, but not when Kevwood is in the building, folks. Looks like he's being a little bit more respectful today, but I know he likes to get up there and show his opponents where he wants to be on that formation lap. Looks like he is holding position, just warming up those tires. Of course, the one time I'm watching him streaming, he's managing to
He
actually
doesn't
do
do
it.
it, yeah.
Anyway, I'll just pretend I'm not watching him. Maybe he'll start doing it again. But we're going to have a great race here into turn 1 and then also into turn 3, which is going to be where the heavier braking is applied. So we'll see how the field shapes up. It's very easy to get put onto the gravel on the outside, on the left side of this first turn. It's very quick. It's very narrow as well. It's pretty much a chicane. So, yeah, not the most straightforward one for sure. But let's see what kind of launch Adrian and Bompton can get there on the exact same tires as is most of the grid.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. Hopefully, we can all stay alive after the first 3, 4 turns.
Yes, especially DRS Maestro. He says don't
Yeah.
touch him
Oh,
for the first 2 turns. He said after turn 3 is fine, just not the first 2. So we'll see if he can keep that going. Looks like someone was spinning around there. I think that was Zudi, as always, making his way into his spot. Just ghosting through the cars. Trying to get those hot tires. But anyway, let's keep an eye on the top 5 because this camera angle is absolute trash, as it usually is around Australia here. Let's see what happens here. As now the 5 red lights are upon us for the Star Cup round 8. And we are off with Adrian and Bompton in the first spots. Looks like Adrian gets a great launch. HMP does as well on the inside of Jordan.
Oh, nice.
They make it work. I saw Salber on the grass back there. I think that was Ali Mo. Is anyone around so far? Looks like the pack is still together. They head now towards turn 3, which is going to be the heavier, more intense braking zone. Does anyone make any contact? Does anyone lose any wings? We will see. Oh, it was 3 wide there with Hooligans getting by both drivers. That was very, very close. The top 2 are getting away, though. The fighting does continue with Jordan responding. And now we are watching the pack snake through this straight, but not straight. It's very, very fast. The batteries are activated. You really want to sort yourself out, though, into the chicane. Can be dicey. Looks like the majority of the field is going 1 car through there. That's a good idea. Oh, Ali Mo has a great run on XM. Looks like he's getting into P12. And XM is still there. They're going to fight, and Ali Mo does have the inside. They make it work, and Ali Mo gets by very nicely. Mr. Tim as well gets by T-Bone there into P8. Overall, pretty well behaved first lap.
Alamo goes off.
No, I jinxed it. Oh no. Ali Mo is off there. It looks like he didn't really impact too many people, hopefully, but he's down to P19 now. Let's just see the positions really quickly. Yeah, no one changing positions besides the bottom of the field.
So I saw it happen. He had just a small bit of contact with Zakario, but it was one of those where it's enough to knock you off balance, and he kind of just went into the grass, and that was it.
Do you think he sustained damage in that moment, I wonder?
He did touch the wall. I wonder if it's minor damage, but it definitely not major damage.
Okay, yeah, his car looks okay for now. I'm seeing both of those end plates. Looks like Bobton did get by Adrian, though. Let's go back up to the top now. They are exchanging positions. HMP is into P3. The overtaking has begun. It was a stalemate first lap there for the most part. Everyone who did have a move ended up getting repassed. But HMP now is into P3, looking to get back with Adrian and Bompton to again take advantage of another one not being here. Drivers just heading down, start finish.
His gap is about a second and a half. He really has to fight to get in the DRS, or else he probably will have to let Jordan by. Oh,
Adrian on the inside of Bompton. Nice. They will lose a little bit of time with that, but Jordan also gets by HMP. So they both battled. They both lost time. Excuse me. But what Jordan and HMP really want to do is work together here and get back with those top 2, because they will get away. They had a very good advantage, at least in qualifying. So they want to get back in that fight. Oh, Dookie is out of the session again in the Ferrari, just out of turn 4 or 5. I think just before 6, that is. And he has brought out the safety car already. So the first one is here around Australia. As we mentioned, pretty likely it's going to come out, and it is here already.
Lap 3. So I guess this doesn't really damage anyone's strategies yet. It comes out pretty early.
Yeah, I think changing whatever you're doing right now would have to be done for a reason. Either 1, you have some damage you need to take care of. 2, maybe there is some weather on the way that you foresee. Who knows what can be done before then. And that's about it. Otherwise, I don't really see most of these drivers having a reason to go in, but we do see DRS Maestro, the first to take the stop. Mr. Tim
Mr.
retired
Tim. What happened?
Into the pit lane.
Oh, no. Oh, he had a Kevwood moment.
I was caught off guard by that. I was laughing as describing that moment. I didn't quite see it, though, but it suggested to me that it was in that pit lane entry, because he was running and he was looking to go into the pits, you would think. That's what makes sense to me. So he is out. The safety car, again, not being very, very safe here. But no pit stops for most people besides DRS Maestro and Snake and Beans. How's it going, Highway?
Last race we had plenty of casualties during the safety car. Shout
Yeah.
out to Highway.
It was brutal last time, and we had those drive-throughs as well, which I don't think we're going to get that tonight. We will see, but I don't think it's the same situation here. But yeah, no driver deciding to go in besides the two further down.
I couldn't see if they changed their front wings either. So, can't really find out if it was out of necessity or just plain strategy.
What are Kevin and
I saw that,
Dashley are up to
yeah.
something here?
Uh,
Like we said, you can't even rest during the safety car. You never know. But I saw some positions being changed. Maybe Kev was just showing Dastardly his wing a little bit. Looks like he's
There it
doing it
goes
again.
again.
Oh no! Dastardly says he is not gonna let Kevwood do that to him. And Kevwood does it
Oh,
again.
here we go. Oh, man.
We're not gonna go away. We have nothing else to watch. Let's see what these two are up to. Kevwood again on the Dastardly's side, looking to just intimidate the Ferrari driver. Dastardly is not having it. Look at this. This is the best safety car battle I've ever seen in my life. I don't think I've seen a safety car battle yet, so this is 1 for 1. But this is amazing.
They're just having fun, man.
Absolutely. As long as they don't mess each other up and break their cars, you know, don't do something like that. But they're giving us something to watch here in the safety car, and I think that's going to end this lap probably onto from lap 5 right now onto 6 is when we're going to get started. That'll help the drivers extend the stint a little bit, make it a little bit easier to get to the end as well, saving a little bit of tire life. But overall, that one stop is still, I think, the objective for most of them. And it looks like they have calmed down for now. The safety car is in. Adrian will be leading the way once he makes it out of that final corner there. And Bompton will be right on him, I'm sure. As well as Jordan HMP. They are back now with the leaders. There was a bit of a gap there forming.
Yeah, Jordan almost hit Bompton right there.
Oh. Careful.
And I hope, guess now Jordan and Hooligans understand the assignment and try to work together to stay with Bompton and Adrian.
Yes. The battling can come later. For now, you need to secure a future for the remaining laps. If you battle each other too much, you will both put each other in a bad position. So we'll see what happens. What's up, T-Bone? Get ready for the race, my friend. It's upon us.
Oh, what
As now, Adrian has a great gap there. Look at that. He caught Bompton there.
What a restart. 8/10 already. Oh, but he has an issue on the exit of turn 1.
Okay. He's still around 8/10, but he did lose a little bit of time there. Kevwood is the first driver to get the penalty, which I think will be common here. Maybe not as common as Canada, but it will be common. But he's the first driver to do so for 3 seconds for multiple track limit violations. T-Bone hops out of the chat and hops into P6. Right by Bella and Zakario, who are having a moment there. Someone is around. That's Zudi. Oh no!
Is he
In
alive,
the Sauber, he's rolling. He's okay. Dastardly. No, he lit the tires up. I think he was on the curb.
Easy, Zuti, easy.
Dastardly left the session as well there. I'm not sure what happened to him. Hopefully he can come back. I didn't quite see that, but I just saw the Sauber on the gravel there. I'd love to see another perspective of that later on. And Bompton has closed up to Adrian as well. So they're going to stay in a nice pack from P1 to probably P4 unless Nimble can get a little bit closer.
Oh, Nimble fell off. Look at T-Bone in P6, man.
Oh, looks like another one's reporting that he saw Bella pushing Zudi into the grass. That might have been what happened there. But we have a battle here for the lead. Bompton is on the inside, turning to the outside, but the ultimate line around the outside there gets the move done. They want to be careful with that because that's losing them some time. But Adrian now is into P2, but he will get the DRS activated coming up in a few seconds. Jordan is all over him. Let's see if Jordan has an idea here into the chicane.
Make a move here.
I'm gritting my teeth.
Tight. Oh,
and he backs out. Oh my god.
No.
Oh no! Oh, Adrian is around. Oh no.
That's tough.
We saw that from the zoomed out shot there. He just lost it going through the chicane. And Bompton gets a penalty, so that's going to keep things interesting for us. He might have had an opportunity to get away here, but Jordan still has a shot to get back in the DRS and stay within that 3-second gap with Hooligans and Nimble right behind them now.
And fortunately for Adrian, yeah, he spun out, but he's still only 9 seconds away from the leader. So it's not all over. Still has P10, he can make it back.
Yeah, usually when you have difficulties through that corner, it is a big deal and you're usually out of the race. You can ask me on Saturday, that's what I did in a race around here at that exact same spot, so it is very dangerous. DRS Maestro is battling Kevwood, I believe, and again, Bompton is the second driver to pick up those penalties alongside Kevwood. He is just about a second over Jordan, but it's not changing too much. HMP, though, is right behind Jordan. Let's see what happens here.
And Nimble Pattern is caught up to them. Oh, he's kind of having a moment.
Yeah, he was a little bit further back, so he did make up some time there. Maybe the Adrian incident might have slowed some of these drivers up. Jordan is just on the verge of DRS. He's trying his very best to get it. He has a little bit more battery than Bompton does right now. Can he get in that 1 second range? That's going to be crucial for him. And he doesn't want Hooligans to fight him and break that up. He wants to get closer before Hooligans has a chance. Oh, Jordan is losing the car. Oh, he recovers though. Nimble Pattern is the third driver to get the penalty through that very chicane. But Jordan almost lost everything there. And he lost some time to Bompton as well. That was close. Oh, and battle here right in front of T-Bone. XM and Zakario are going crazy into turn 3. T-Bone around the outside of the Red Bull driver. Very nicely done. Responding to that. Loses the car a little bit. XM is on the inside. But he does back out. T-Bone gets the spot, and he's in DRS. So that's looking great for him behind Zakario. And those two have had some battles for sure in the past. Oh! XM is also making the move, and we have Tookie Dogs coming in there out of nowhere into P8, but someone's around. XM! Same exact thing I want to say as Adrian did, pretty much. And he's now down to P10.
And now DRS Maestro is right behind XM.
So DRS did stop, which very few drivers did, along with who was it? No, Snake and Beans. That's who it was. Yeah. So DRS is showing some good pace on those hard tires. He's making it back up through the field. He's got a lot of work still to do, but he's in P10 for now. Let's just quickly see the gaps to the leader. So right now, Adrian is about 10.6 seconds, and DRS is about 12.6. So he's got a little bit to do to get up there. He's going to look for another safety car, maybe, if he wants a good opportunity, but he's got some good pace on these fresh tires. Looks like, though, he's got an issue here, Chenzo. Look at that on his onboard. He's got fuel warnings already.
Oh,
10 laps in.
Yeah, I can see on the steering wheel it's already on the negative side.
And he had a safety car too.
Wow. Desperately needs another safety car.
Golar gets by Kevwood, and Kevwood gets passed by Snake as well. On the outside into the chicane, Snake and Beans is on those fresh tires. But yeah, that's going to be a problem for DRS. Is he the only driver in that position? I'm just going to quickly scan through. I think so. So
Looks like it, yeah.
he did something very aggressive with his fuel load, and he might pay the price for that if a lot of safety cars don't come.
Adrian Pitts. Adrian Pitts is gonna undercut everyone else ahead of him. Probably catch up to the pack that was ahead.
I think that's a great shot for him. So this is around the time when you would probably be looking to pit if there was no safety car. You could probably get those hards to the end from here. Obviously, the safety car did prompt most of the drivers to go a little bit longer, as we said, but that will allow Adrian a little bit of time as Jordan gets a penalty. That'll allow Adrian a little bit of time to make up some time with the undercut here, and we'll see how those hard tires last. If they hold out well, it might be a great idea for him. Hooligans, though, moves into P2 just before the fast chicane. And he's ahead of Jordan with the DRS open. So I think he's going to be okay here. Yep. Into the right-hander. He is into P2. And Bella is by Tookie Dogs, who is fighting back now with Zaccario as well being involved.
Oh.
Crazy racing down to the backstretch. T-Bone was a witness to all that.
What a move by Zaccario there. And is Bella gonna get him back on the main straight?
Apparently T-Bone built the Death Star Lego Star Wars set, which is pretty impressive. And look at this, he's right behind this battle between Bella and Zaccario and Dogs as well. Dogs moves into P6. Dogs is showing some good pace. He started lower down, he's into P6 here. He did start on those hard tires as well, so that might be working out well for him. I think the mediums can get a little bit eaten up.
Might be set for the second stint of the race. And just hold it probably to like lap 16, 17. He has a shot of making the top 5.
And Tookie Dogs is through into P5. 6 seconds behind Nimble Pattern in P4, but those drivers up there do have penalties. The leader, Jordan, and Nimble all have 3 seconds.
It's a Hooligans provisional P1. He just needs to stay within 3 seconds of Bompton. Nice
for Hooligans. So, if I recall, a similar situation was happening around Imola, I want to say, where Hooligans was in the net lead position. Obviously, a lot of the race still to go here. But if he can focus on that, if he can avoid that penalty, because already these drivers have 3, who knows if they might get another one, and then he's really in a good position. So if he can just rein that in, and continue to close the gap here and maintain with these drivers. We see Jordan going off there again. He probably got a warning there. But that's going to be huge for him if he can do that. So let's see if he learns from Imola, because I think he would have had the win there if that didn't happen, if he didn't get the penalty. And I think tonight could be the same situation. We will see. 13 laps in. We're just approaching halfway, just under it right now. Looks like the weather has not changed yet. There's some clouds in the sky, but nothing yet.
Nothing crazy.
Oh, crazy is the word of the hour, though. Zaccario going side by side with DRS Maestro, and now T-Bone is in the middle of it, splitting the 2 drivers, looking for 2 overtakes. What a move out of the chicane, and he gets it done. Beautiful stuff from the Mercedes driver into P7, following his teammate in P5, and the top 3 are in the pit lane, probably for those hard tires. So let's see how Adrian does, right? Because Adrian was the guy to undercut. Let's see what he can do. Is he going to be back in the lead?
Zaccario hit the wall in the pit lane, yeah.
No.
Get a lane change.
If he can get it done in time, that would be a great idea. Looks like he did not.
He didn't get it.
His wing looks okay, but it's probably not perfect. Adrian, though, is... Okay, so he's about 3 seconds behind Nimble. So he did gain a lot of time there. It definitely helped him for sure. But but he's now going to have some older tires to run with. So he's going to lose a little bit of time, maybe. Another safety car would be great for him. Zudi gets another, is the next driver to get a penalty. Right now it's at 6 drivers. And DRS Maestro gets by T-Bone there. And these two are closing in on Bella and Ituki Dogs, who are in the lead for now, but there's some pit stops to do. HMP Hooligans is getting by the traffic. His teammate, Golar, and now looking to get by Snake and Beans here. Can he do that, or will he have to wait? Oh, a big difference in grip, and he loses his wing. No! Oh no, he loses his left end plate. There is a big difference in the tire life. Shout out to Misha the cat.
Oh man. Shout out to Misha.
But oh, he lost some
That's
time. He lost an advantage there. Yeah. Yeah, Snake and Beans, it's not his fault. He's on older tires. He needs to brake. He can't do what Hooligans can do with those fresh tires. It's just not possible. So I think Hooligans was just a little bit too close to him, and that was just enough to knock the wing off there. And that's going to hurt him for sure, because you need the downforce around this track. It's very high speed. So, yeah, what a moment there. That's going to change the race. It might be Bompton and Jordan going for the win, but look at this. They're caught with T-Bone.
Oh, big move around
Jordan
the outside.
For the net race lead. No, not for now. Oh, my God.
He went over the curb there. Wonder if he's going to get, or if he's on the limit of another penalty again. Oh.
Thought about the move to the inside, and I think you're right, Chancel, because I caught him earlier as well. So that probably puts him at 2 warnings now. And he only has 1 left to use, potentially, for the rest of the race before that goes up to 6 seconds, which will be not good. Kevwood, speaking of, gets to 6 seconds. Oh, Bella's in the wall! Oh, and the safety car is out. This pit lane...
They're going to get caught! Oh, man, did
they
DRS
just did.
Pass him?
Okay, good for him, good for him. So they did not get trapped. That was very close. This pit lane is absolutely savage tonight. My goodness.
What is going on?
You still see Bella's Red Bull there. Unfortunate for him.
And it's a shame because he was he's behind Hooligans in the championship with 89 points. He was going to make up some ground on another one, but now obviously it's going to be a pointless race for him.
Yes, unfortunately. And also, just looking at the drivers here, DRS Maestro will benefit from this because he stayed out.
Oh, yeah.
Now, he will have to go onto medium tires, which I think will get him to the end, but he might be a little bit more inconsistent than these hard tire runners we will see.
It's time for Bone to pit as well.
Yeah.
There's Jordan.
Oh, under the safety car, getting another warning. And we were right, exactly. He's now up to 6 seconds. Not good for him. So any other drivers can take advantage. Hooligans will be thankful for this. I think he's going to have to go in here and change his wing.
Yeah, for sure. I wonder if Bompton and Jordan pit as well. There goes DRS.
DRS in for sure. Option. Yeah.
No, Bompton doesn't pit.
Bone is in. Doesn't want to speed here. Crucial. Do not speed, Bone. Do not speed. Very nice. All right. We got into the pit lane. Hooligans as well as into the pit lane behind Bone.
And Dogs is going to pass everyone else in the pits.
Oh, nice. Okay. So he's going to be in a high up position when this gets going.
He comes out right behind DRS.
P5. Very nice. And his teammate is right behind him on the soft tires. That is an aggressive strategy.
Wow, big gamble, yeah. But you know what? I think it might pay off, Greg. I think he might just be able to do it. 2 or 3 laps into the safety car might be enough. He'll suffer at the end, but he can do it.
Yeah, that's right. The safety car will eat some time away. I'm noticing the clouds are a little bit darker, but again, it's not suggesting anything is going to change the race for now. Yeah, it looks like it's fine as we turn the other direction. So that's, I think, maybe not on the cards tonight. We will see, though. Yeah, T-Bone on the soft tires. He's going to have some great pace here to start off. He might struggle towards the end, but maybe he can make the difference up and make some positions up on the restart here. Other drivers are predominantly on the medium or the hard.
I guess DRS is a B4, but
Yeah.
provisional P1 once again thanks to the penalties.
Wow, so we're seeing a repeat of Canada here, and now he's got, I think a tire advantage at this point because they're fresher,
Yeah.
they're softer, and the distance of the race is getting shorter and shorter as this safety car goes on. So I think he's in a great spot. Similar to what we said to Hooligans earlier, focus on the penalties or lack thereof, and I think he can have another great result here. All he has to do is stick with the drivers, but I'm sure he wants to do more than that. And I took you dogs as well. Could move up some spots if he can stick with these drivers. His tires are only 2 laps old. And then his teammate T-Bone is behind him on the softs, as we mentioned.
And something important to note as well, DRS is now out of fuel save mode. The safety car kind of saved him in that aspect.
Right, crucial for him. Yeah, because imagine that if he had been in this position and then all of a sudden his fuel just cuts out in the last lap. That would have been heartbreaking. So I'm sure he's saving all the fuel he can. He definitely went aggressive on that, but he's been aggressive overall. He took the early stop, which ultimately allowed him to stay out to this point. So looking back, I would argue he made the better choice out of that situation. Yep. And he has moved up. So let's just quickly check that. So he's only up 3 positions, but he was further down. Tookie Dogs is the biggest gainer for now, up 11 spots into P5. T-Bone up 3. Sicario, XM 4, Snake and Beans 4 as well. HMP is down 6, but I think he's going to undo some of that because he did have to do an extra stop. And Adrian is down 11.
Yeah, unfortunate for Hooligans having this put on a new wing. And can Adrian pull himself back? He probably will. Can
he had great pace.
Back into the top 10? Yeah. But
so,
I'm keen to see T-Bone here on the softs. He's got to make them work early, get his moves done.
Yeah, he's got to send it right away. If he sits too long, he's going to just start slowing down in comparison to these drivers. Looks like the safety car is going to go out for one more lap here. We have the Sauber of Zudi just off the back of the pack. So one more lap to do. That'll bring us to lap 20 when we get going, which will give us 10 laps of racing and theoretically 9 laps of DRS. Dogs is in.
Oh, what? He was... I don't know, Greg.
Yeah.
Was that no new wing?
Did and he's on the same tires.
Did he put the AI? And
oh no! Oh, that could explain.
Otherwise, I don't know why he did that.
Right.
Man.
So let's just take an opportunity to explain that while we have some extra time. So obviously the drivers do have the opportunity to pause the game, but doing so comes at a price. It allows the AI driver to take over, which we have reduced to a slower speed, which is normally an issue when it's a green flag situation. In the yellows here, typically most drivers put it in AI just to kind of get a rest, but sometimes the AI just takes control and thinks it's doing the right thing, and maybe, just maybe, that's what happened to I Took Your Dogs there, because let's just recap the facts. His tires were only 2 laps old. They were medium. Now they are 0 laps old. They're also medium, and he has gone from P5 to P17. So I don't think that's something he would have tried to do, but who knows. It's kind of hard for us to tell who is driving when, but right now we are getting ready for the restart.
Well, here we go for DRS and T-Bone. Bompton, can he pull away again? He almost had 3 seconds, a 3-second lead before the safety car came out. So he's perfectly capable of getting a gap between him and Jordan.
I quickly want to check the incidents just to see what DRS Maestro has done so far. He has no warnings. So that's huge for him. That's a big advantage that he has earned. And his teammate right in front of him, Nimble Pattern. Similar to the last race, as now Bompton has, I believe, accelerated out of the final corner here, with Jordan behind him in the McLaren. Nimble lost some time there. I think it was kind of an awkward time for him to get going. And T-Bone is on those soft tires, so let's see if he can close in. We have a McLaren pulling out further back. That's Kevwood, but no moves being made yet. Oh, there's Adrian on the inside of Kevwood. Gets it done on the McLaren. Now he's got 2 drivers ahead of him. H&P looking to recover. Dastardly is out. Oh, and the safety car.
Wow.
No. Oh, we did not need that.
He's out at turn 3.
So I thought he was gone, but looks like he got back into the session. But now his car is the 4th car to be recovered here. So we're down to 16 drivers. That's going to advantage anyone without a penalty and also T-Bone as well. So you never know. Yeah. T-Bone, DRS, maybe even XM or Hooligans still have a shot here. And as the laps go down, those penalties are just going to hurt more and more because there's going to be less chance for these drivers to pull away. So that was unfortunate. I did want to see that racing there, but we will look to get started again in probably 2 laps time.
I wonder if... Jordan's took Bompton. What's going on?
He's in the pit lane, so he must have just went for an early run.
I was going to say, I wonder who's going to pit right now, who's going to risk it.
Sicario.
Yep.
And yeah, he's on the softs, copying T-Bone there.
Kevwood.
Kevwood's in probably for the fresh softs as well. He's going to lose some time because his teammate did just pit. His pit crew is going to be a little bit overloaded, but he's going to get back to the back of the pack.
Sorry, I was following Jordan. He comes out right next to JJ.
Oh, no.
And he tried to overtake into turn 1, but JJ was basically ahead. So Jordan had to move and cut the corner at turn 1. I wonder if that gets added onto his track limits warnings.
Yeah, I imagine it would. And unfortunately, I will say JJ, love the guy, but safety car restarts are not his strong suit for sure. So Jordan is gonna, I'm sure, just wish he had a little bit less of a gap there to cover. But he's in P11, so still points are definitely doable. I believe we are still doing the traditional point system here down to P10. But yeah, it was so close on that exit. Looks like he's...
look, they're yeah.
Is he not happy with what happened there?
They're mad, dude. They're mad at each other. Or maybe just Jordan is mad at JJ. But I'm telling you, it was close. However, from what I saw, JJ's car was ahead at it's the safety car line that determines whether you're in front or not at the pit exit.
Right.
Yeah, so JJ was ahead, clearly. I understand Jordan's frustration. Maybe he's just playing around like who was it, Dastardly and Kevwood?
Yeah. And this pit lane too is kind of sketchy on the exit. Looks like someone's going in there. That is Golar. But this pit lane too is sketchy on the exit. You're coming to the the inside of a chicane that's very fast, and while we are under safety car speeds, it's not the most straightforward one, so good thing they didn't do anything too drastic there. But yeah, Jordan is going to be in P10 now because we had Golar pitting. Now he is in the last position, but on the freshest tires. So surely the safety car should go in this lap, no?
Yeah, it has to be this lap. We already did one. The last car, Golar, is already at the back of the pack. So surely we'll go in this lap. We'll have, 7 racing laps? 6 with the DRS.
And that's going to work out great for T-Bone on those soft tires. Let's quickly recap that again. So the 5 laps the 5 laps he's done on these tires have all pretty much been safety car laps, so very little wear on them. He's got the drivers with the hards that are older ahead of him with Nimble and Bompton. And then he's got DRS on the mediums, who will be at a little bit of a pace disadvantage, but maybe he might have some more speed towards the end. We will see. Safety car is going in on lap 22 to 23, and Bompton will be leading the way.
Oh, what's going on here?
Looks like Bompton's going very slow, taking his time, building that gap up. When will he choose to accelerate?
Probably right up here. Safety car's about to go in the pit lane.
Any second now. We're going to see that
here we
Alpine
go.
take off. There he
This is
goes.
it.
Nimble pattern responds well. He's close to him for now. Bompton loses a little bit of traction. DRS Maestro's right there.
Oh.
T-Bone's right there. And look at
Yeah, I'm
Nimble. He's
going
all
here.
over him. Not a good idea to send a move
Oh,
here and now, but he
yeah.
is very close. Adrian is fighting hooligans. Oh, and Snake and Beans right ahead. That was scary, but they
What
do
a
make it
move.
work. And Jordan as well is still continuing the fight with JJ. As we mentioned, JJ did leave a gap there, which Jordan, I'm sure, is frustrated with. He's now on the outside. Gets the move down in the McLaren on the Alpine into P9, looking to get back to the top runners. Hooligans is still next to Adrian and Snake and Beans. They are very close. Snake and Beans still ahead in P6, right ahead of his teammate as they head through the fast right-hander. Now onto the straight. Adrian surely has a move here as the
Yeah, he'll have to make a move.
DRS... Oh, DRS is not open yet. Okay, there he goes. On the
it's so
inside,
close.
HP's right
No.
there. Oh, that could have been scary, but they do go back to single file. What will happen here? Towards the right. No moves are on the cards yet. Sicario gets by Zudi further back. DRS Maestro, though, doing what he needs to do. Still in that provisional lead position. And on those
Stays
fresher
within
tires.
DRS. T-Bone's just kind of staying there as well. He's only 2 seconds behind the leader. Not losing too much time. And the driver behind him is out of the DRS.
So let's see if he can close the gap, and also let's see if these top two start to battle a little bit more. That will help him too. Because surely you'd think they would at some point. And DRS Maestro is just going to sit back and watch. For now, though, no movements up in the top positions. Besides Snake and Beans on the inside into P5 before the chicane, as well as Adrian. Both of them get by XM. Wow. They had some serious overspeed on the Red Bull there. Jordan gets by Hooligans. These two are fighting very hard. Hooligans down in P9. Still not where he wants to be, unfortunately. But he's got 5 laps left to improve. And Adrian is now right behind his teammate still, who is still in P5. DRS Maestro setting the pace with the fastest lap at 19.1.
Gonna go for it here into turn 1.
Oh, and they make it work. Okay, Snake
Nice.
backs out a little bit.
Oh, but he comes back.
Oh! But Jordan's right there. Jordan is right behind them. He's on the outside. It's 3 wide, and he gets by both of them.
Oh, no,
the teammates make contact, and they are both in the wall. It's 3 wide
Safety
again. But
car. Wow.
oh no!
Tragic. Oh!
That puts an end to the racing for now. No, the two Aston Martins collide. They both get damage. Snake and Beans has no wing. Adrian has like half of his. Oh man.
He has to pit. Oh, look at Adrian goes off. He has to pit. That was really unfortunate. It was the merest of touches, but that was enough to put Adrian in the wall, and then that set off a chain of events where I think Hooligans also damaged his wing.
Oh, Hooligans got caught in that too, did he?
Yeah, it looks like it. I think no, his front wing looks okay.
Maybe just a little chunk is missing.
Yeah.
He's going to inherit at least one position here, and that will bring him closer to those penalized drivers. So overall, it is a good thing for him. But again, a lot of safety cars tonight. Anyone going to pit here? This is surely your last opportunity to do anything in regards to putting on new tires. Snake and Beans is in. He has to go in as well as his teammate. And Adrian's going to get double stacked as well. Oh my god, that's brutal. That is. Let's see.
They
Adrian
went from
here.
both finishing in the top 5.
Oh, and they're blocking Kevwood. Look at this. They're blocking Kevwood.
Oh no.
Oh, but he goes through. Oh, I didn't know they changed that. They must have changed that. Okay, he goes through.
Yeah, poor Adrian.
Oh man, Adrian looked so good today. That was such a quick incident. Couldn't quite tell you what happened, but he's on the worst end of it for sure. Down in last place when at one point he looked like he would win. Unfortunate day for him. But
now
that's going to help DRS and T-Bone for sure. Again.
T-Bone will survive, and I think he'll even have some pace left in these dying laps with these 2 safety cars that have come out. Definitely, they've extended his tire life, so that now he can just stay within the 3 seconds, and he'll be at least in P2.
And I think there's going to be one more lap to do here as well. The safety car probably won't go in here because the field is spread out. Usually it forces the issue when there's 2 laps left, but right now there are 3. So I don't think it's going to go in here. So we might be looking at one more lap of safety car. To finish off, it's been chaotic. Hasn't been the cleanest one. There's been some big wrecks, but it's been very exciting. 4 drivers are out. 6 drivers have penalties. I'm sure many of them are on the verge of getting one. But DRS Maestro and T-Bone, as we mentioned, are in a great spot here to take 1 and 2 as long as they can stay with these top 2 guys, Bompton and Nimble. And safety car is going around once more time.
The only thing I can see happening here is Jordan is on the freshest of soft tires among the top 5. He can get a jump past T-Bone and DRS, but get them out of the DRS, or not, get them out of the penalty of Bompton and Nimble.
Right. That could bite them a little bit. He's got 6 laps old softs compared to T-Bone's 10. A lot of them have been safety car laps, but there still is a difference there. So, yeah, T-Bone's going to have to look out for the McLaren.
Elbows out.
He could, if the opportunity presents itself, just allow Jordan to go by. It's in a time where, you know, he's not going to lose that much time. I know he doesn't want to do that. He wants to win on the track, but this is a great position for him. And I want to see him take the most advantage of it. So if he can't get away from Jordan, he might want to just let him go because he has a penalty too. And I think he has 6 seconds, right? Let's just cover that.
Right, 6 seconds.
Where is that? I always struggle with this one. There it is, 6 seconds for Jordan. So he's the only driver besides him and Kevwood, the 2 McLarens with 6 seconds penalties. Everyone else you see has 3.
Safety car in this lap.
All right, so this will be the final pause of the race. We're going to have 2 laps left to do, one of them with the DRS Open. Around here for Australia, Albert Park Circuit. This is again round 8. We have 2 rounds left after this one, so some points to be decided.
Man.
Who will make the mark here? Right now, T-Bone and DRS Maestro are in a great spot. Let's see if they can finish it off, and let's see what happens behind them as well. Bompton has had a great race today, but he's got that penalty next to his name. So he's going to be our leader, but we'll see if he can break away. And speaking of breakaway, he has launched. He has gone away from Nimble. However, Nimble does make up a little bit of time there. And overall, it's not too far of a gap between them. As now the race is underway. Lap 28. Looks like Jordan is right there with T-Bone already. So I think T-Bone might have to just let him by here.
Work with him.
Oh, Jordan is not helping. Oh, he's not helping. He's losing the car. That's losing more time. If T-Bone responds, he might lose more time. So I think he's going to have to wait at least for Jordan to get closer. Tookie Dogs is out of the session from P9. What happened to him? Looks like he just
Oh,
left
that's
the
a bummer.
session.
Alamo has left the session as
Oh
well.
no. What's happening? Oh, further back. The final two positions are in a huge battle. Oh, Snake and Beans and Adrian go into the wall almost again. But right now, Tookie Dogs is getting past because he's in
Dude,
AI.
oh.
And HMP is by XM. The moves are coming quickly now. T-Bone is falling back a little bit, but he's still in a great spot. He's still within the race lead right now, but Hooligans is going to fight him and take that spot from him. They're going to continue the battle into the chicane. Hooligans with
Oh,
the move on the
man.
inside gets it
That
done
was
to
close.
P5. He could have a good position here out of nowhere as well. That penalty he has not gotten is helping him. And now we are on the final
And,
lap here.
and Greg Hooligans is actually just 3.1 seconds away from Bompton. So he might get into P2 here, actually.
So let's see. I think it's going to be up to what Nimble and DRS decide to do.
Oh,
If they
man,
fight,
yeah.
then Hooligans will be in a great spot. But right now he has almost no battery, and he's down to 3.5 seconds, but it's very close. Surely, though, you would think Nimble is going to go for something here, or at least try.
And
Oh, they
Bompton,
get
6
more!
seconds.
They get more penalties!
Wow.
Both of them!
Unreal. Pushing
So
too hard. So
Hooligans!
now, T-Bone.
P2?
T-Bone is in for a P3, yes.
Keep pushing, T-Bone. Get that podium, my son, in the Mercedes.
Here we go. He's holding off XM into the chicane. Oh, but he goes off.
Oh,
No,
T-Bone!
Just keep it. Oh,
XM
here
is
we go.
pouncing in the Red Bull.
Oh, man.
Oh, and Jordan is by DRS, but DRS doesn't really care. Honestly, he's going to win the race the same way as last week. As now, the drivers head through the final two turns. Nimble and Bompton were the first two drivers to finish. Bompton first, but they have 6 seconds being added to their time, which will bring them down positions and catapult DRS Maestro and HMP Hooligans,
man.
XM and T-Bone, all 4 of them getting by
What a
for the
race.
top 4. Wow, what a finish. There wasn't like an
What a
actual
finish.
battle per se. It was just the time trial situation from last week, but still exciting. We had T-Bone under attack there as well, but he makes the right moves and he makes the most of it. And he gets that high up position. I forget, was it P3 or 4? I don't remember.
P4, yeah.
P4.
Not bad.
Very
yeah, very
good.
good result.
Very good for him. But now DRS Maestro repeating the scenes from last week, keeping it clean all race, making the right strategy calls, which started from the very beginning with that early safety car. It put him down the right path, and he executed very well. He is your race winner, and he is the second race win in a row for him. Looks like Dogs is not
fastest lap.
happy. And fastest lap as well. Wow, he cleaned up there in the end. Nice job, Mr. Maestro. I might not be able to call you DNF Maestro anymore. You're looking very good. Hooligans as well. Comes out of nowhere from that mistake. There's a few mistakes in the race that he did, but he makes up for it in the end, getting 18 points on his championship rival. So that will put him only 8 behind another one, which is very, very doable with 2 races left to go. And then we have XM, T-Bone, Bompton, first finisher on track, but the penalties put him down to P5. Then we have Nimble Pattern, JJ into P7, very good result for JJ. Jordan down to P8 with some more penalties. Golar into P9 from very last on the grid. He always sneaks in there. We never really see him much, but he's there. Adrian into P10, making the most. He was in very last position at one point there. Then we had Snake and Beans, Zakario. I think it was Zudi after that. And I Took You Dogs, as we mentioned, did not finish the race. He mentioned something wrong with the game there. We'll have to look to him to see what happened. But man, oh man, what a race that was. Chenzo, first of all, who is our driver of the day? And any other comments you wanted to say?
Oh, that's a tough one, man. Obviously, I'm gonna have to say like one of the candidates is DRS Maestro. Clean race, did everything he had to do to get the win in the end. But we can't not talk about Hooligans, who made his way back up the pack with less than 10 laps after pitting for a damaged wing. XM started from I think seventh, no, like 13th, 14th, got the podium. So there's definitely and JJ, look at JJ up in P7 after starting all the way from the back. So I think that those were the notable drivers for me um, that are contenders for today's driver of the day.
Yeah, so hard to choose. I think honestly, DRS Maestro's consistency is really impressing me, and I think he's gonna have my vote for today. He's got that second race and win in a row, and he did it in the exact same fashion as last time, keeping it clean and just overall having a very level-headed approach and making the right calls. But that was it, guys, for round eight. That was Australia. We now have two races left to go. Let's just quickly see what those are before we sign off. Looks like it is Monza Sprint is our next race on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Same channel, same place as always. Greg and Chenzo should be here covering the action. And thank you to everyone who paid attention and was in the chat as well as watching the replay. Always appreciate the love and support. Make sure to like, subscribe to the channel and the video, and we will catch you next time. Chenzo, final words for the evening?
Oh, nothing. I just had a blast. Can't wait to do it again next week with the sprint race. Don't want to miss it. It's gonna be a banger. You know how the sprint races always go in the Star Cup. So yeah, really looking forward to it. And yeah, man. I don't know what else to say. Thank you to the fans and to all our sponsors as well. It's not possible without you guys.
All right. Thank you, everyone. That has been it for the Star Cup. We're going to see you next Tuesday. Looking forward to that one. Again, it will be Monza, and we will see what action we get into next week. But until then, that's been Greg and Chenzo covering the action. Thank you to everyone, and we hope you have a good night and a good rest of your evening. Bye-bye for now.